Hi, I'm Erica and I live fully off-grid with my husband and 2 kids. Today I'm going to show you the animals that we've brought to our homestead here in Canada since we moved in about 4 months ago. This is Molly. Prior to our big move from the city to our off-grid acreage, we posted in some Facebook groups to try to find someone who was selling Great Pyrenees puppies. We knew we wanted a big dog that would be relaxed and chill enough to just hang around the house, but would bark and deter predators. Oh, hello, puppy. You're even cuter than I remember. Are you sad?
I'm very sad.
Nail polish on it?
Oh.
Yeah, the nail polish is all gone. But I was pretty sure it was the grayer one.
So we found a couple who had these Great Pyrenees King Shepherd puppies, and we decided to go for it. We went and looked at them 5 days before moving to our acreage, decided on this one, Molly, and brought her home 2 days after moving to our acreage. For the first couple of days, we had her in her kennel with the door open, and she came out here or there, but was still pretty sad. Then, as she began to be more comfortable with us and trust us more, we took her outside and would leave her outside and bring her in at nighttime, and she'd sleep in her kennel. Probably about 2 weeks in, she just refused to come inside at night, so Mark built her a little doghouse and she slept outside. And that was fine with us because she was always intended to be an outside dog, not an inside dog. We took some dedicated time every day to play with her and work on recall, and most of all, just help her to know that we care and that we're trustworthy and that we're there to help her. So we got our chickens a few days ago. 2 of them were here previously with the previous owners. And Molly, out! Good girl. 2 were hers that she gave to us. So the 2 that lived here before totally just were very comfortable. Once we put them back in their coop, they're like, okay, yeah, I've been here before. All right, sweet. And the other 2 were like, oh my goodness, what has happened? Where are we? Who are these people? So very like jittery and wary of us. The second morning, Mark went in. The 2 nervous ones were still in the coop, just kind of huddled in there. So he decided to open the outside door, the door for us, and try to get them to go into the run. It didn't work, and the small black one flew right past him and ran off into the trees. And we thought it was gone forever. Then yesterday, when I came out to close up the coop at night, the black one that had run away was there on the outside, on the other side of the coop. And so that was exciting to see. And then this morning, just now, we went to check on the chickens, and the black one was there again, hanging out by the coop. We herded the 3 other chickens into their coop and closed them up in there. Then we opened the door to the coop wide and left a little trail of chicken feed right into the coop. And chicken was right in the trees by the coop while we were doing that, so I hope it works.
hopefully. We'll see.
It worked. There she is. Success. High five.
Yay!
We did it.
Yes.
About a week after getting the chickens, we got our cat. And I didn't get any footage of him on this day, but I'll show you some later. We were catching tons of mice in mouse traps in our house and in our basement, so we needed a good mouser. That same day, we brought home 4 more chickens. We eat a lot of eggs in our family, so 4 chickens wasn't going to cut it. We thought 8 was the max we could fit in the coop that we have and was going to be a good amount of eggs for our family. We bought these pullets that were about 20 weeks old, so just kind of hitting their stride when it comes to egg production. And they have faithfully laid an egg a day each since about a week after we brought them home.
Okay, here we go. All right, chickens. There's some eggs.
The first 4 chickens and this second group we brought in took a while to become friends. They were kind of at each other all the time, and it was quite entertaining to watch, but now they all get along just great.
Oh. You're just ganging up on it.
So, we've had our chickens for about a week, and we just got our first egg. I'm so excited. The color of the egg yolks are so vibrant. The eggshells are thicker and sturdier, and the eggs just taste better than the store-bought eggs we used to get. Molly was born on Valentine's Day, so at this point she was about 3.5 months old and already starting to look different, growing up, getting thicker, getting taller, getting longer, and more becoming part of our family. Checking for eggs just still has not gotten old. Let me know in the comments if you have chickens, have you gotten tired of checking for eggs? Because I somehow don't think that is ever going to get old. For the first few months, we kept them here in this chicken run. We just weren't confident enough to let them free range at that point. First time free ranging the chicken.
Come on out, chickens. So we'll get out of the way, see what happens.
Oh, there she comes.
Our main concern with free ranging the chickens was not the chickens, it was Molly. Being such a young puppy still, we weren't sure if she would follow her instincts to protect these chickens that were ours or would follow her other instincts to attack them and eat them. So Mark kept a close eye on Molly, kept her close to him. And this first day we did it just for a few minutes and then took the chickens back in. A couple days later, we let them out for longer, and again, Mark kept a close eye on Molly. His strategy was to just stay by her, give her tons of pets and love and attention, and then if she were to try to chase a chicken or pounce on one, he would nip it in the bud and stop the behavior right then and just keep doing that to ensure that she understood that she's not allowed to scare or chase or attack these chickens. Since this day, we let the chickens out all day if we are going to be home all day. And for the most part, Molly has done great. There's been a couple times where she's chased chickens, but all in all, we've been pretty happy with her behavior around them. It looks so fun to see chickens just around exploring the property. But one thing that you may not think about if you haven't had chickens before is all the poop that gets everywhere. And if you like to walk around barefoot, which I do, you really have to watch where you're going and often wash your feet before you go back in the house because you will have stepped on some chicken poop. It's definitely worth it though for healthier chickens and eggs. Our cat George is about 1 year old and he disappeared for about a week after we got him and we thought he was dead. We thought he was gone forever. But then he started appearing again and we gave him food and now he's around for good. And he and Molly have quite the friendship. They like to play a lot together and it's really fun to watch. And it makes me glad that when we're not outside all the time, Molly has a friend. Our one tiny black chicken we have named Blackie. And at the end of July, Blackie became Broody, which means she wanted to be a mom and she stopped laying eggs and she just laid in the laying boxes all day, every day. So we read up on what to do. We did all the things. We sat her in cold water for 30 seconds multiple times a day, took the eggs out from under her multiple times a day, locked her out of the coop multiple times a day, and so far nothing has worked. So let me know what you have done for your broody hens because we've pretty much tried everything that Google has told us to do and she's still sitting in there broody as can be. Now Molly is 6 months old and you can see that her face is very shepherd and the rest of her body is very Great Pyrenees. Still got the huge floppy ears. I never had dogs or cats or any sort of farm animals growing up. We had fish and hamsters. And I've got to say, it's really nice to have these more active pets around. It's so interesting just to watch them interact with each other, with nature, watch Molly chase and catch dragonflies and George attack a mouse and Molly chew it up and throw it around and play with it. It's just interesting. We give George kind of the bare minimum for cat food, so he'll still have an appetite for mice. Yet he still manages to find other food and often steals Molly's, but she doesn't mind. If you didn't see our last video about firewood, Mark cut down a giant pine tree, and now George likes to climb around and practice his balance on the branches. After a month of broodiness, my sister-in-law, who has a rooster, said, let's just put some fertilized eggs under Blackie and see what happens. If she's not going to be broken anyway, let's just make use of this. So she came over, brought some of her fertilized eggs, and put them under Blackie, and we'll see what happens. I'll let you know. We have plans to add more animals to our homestead in the future, so be sure to subscribe so you don't miss those updates, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.